Hello everyone, my name is Cameron and welcome to what I think is going to be the final episode of the Jurassic World. We've done basically everything, the big goals I've set out to do with this Let's Play. You know, we've done all of them that I can think to do. We have gotten every park, we've gotten every dino, we've gotten to 100% on every dino, we've released every dino, we've created a dino fighting pit. We have gone through every single one of the dig sites and basically almost we're trying to get them all done still. I still want a lot of stuff that I wanted to get done, but with this series at this point in time, I don't would you shoo, you fucking stinky cat? I don't really see reason to keep this series going at this point. And I'm not saying that as like, oh, I'm not enjoying the series. I still fucking insanely enjoy this series. I think it's probably one of my favorite series I've done on this channel so far, especially where it's like a building sort of simulation style game. And that's being said with 3 Prison Architect series on my channel, plus an escape mode series for that. And like the whole thing I look at is I love this series, and it honestly, Frontier did an amazing job on this game, and I love it. But for the time being, I don't see a reason to be putting out 3 30-minute episodes a week, you know, and spending this much of a schedule onto it. and I hate saying that because I'm enjoying the series, but it's like, what else is there really to do at this point, you know? We've done everything, you know, we've done everything we can, and I just look at it, I'm like, okay, while I would love to be doing more stuff on this, like, obviously there's still a lot I want to do. Like, I want every expedition site to be fully finished before I end this, but I don't think it's gonna happen. For those of you wondering though, am I just gonna do all this stuff off camera? Not really. I think I want to start streaming this every single like Tuesday/Thursday-ish type thing, and try to give you guys at least a weekly or every other week or something like that video or stream for about an hour or so of this, to kind of give you guys a look into what's been going on, and kind of do some dino fighting stuff on it as well. And the reason I'm saying that is because I love this series, and I really don't want you guys to not be able to see me finishing the stuff. But I also look at it like I can't see a reason to keep doing 3 30-minute episodes. That's an hour and a half of channel time dedicated to just this series in a week. And I'm like, is there really more that I need for this? You know, do I really need to keep doing that at this point? Most of the big stuff is done. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, most of the big stuff is done on this, and everything that I want to be able to do on this is kind of like, okay, I think I've done basically everything I want to accomplish, that I can accomplish without this series stretching on way too far. And that's a big thing with me as well, is I don't want this to stretch on to such a far length to the point where I don't enjoy this series anymore. And I want this to not be overrun. And if they bring out more DLC for the game and I decide to buy it, hell to the yeah, I'm gonna fucking bring this channel. I'm gonna bring this back up to the channel. I'll continue the series and bring in the new DLC and stuff like that, and show you guys what it looks like, and, you know, if there's any new dinos, release them, you know, get them to 100%, that sort of hoopla. But like, at this point, we've done every park to the point where I think it's enjoyable. I haven't gotten every park to 5 stars, which is another big goal I really wanted to get before the end of this. But I mean, I can do that off camera without really any issue. I can doing that. I can redo the parks a bit, and hell, I might even redo all of the parks and bring back one final episode to show you guys what I've done off camera, as just kind of building and fucking around with the parks to try to make them a little bit better, you know, to try to get them to a point where, okay, these look a lot better than they did, and I really enjoy it. But like, I don't see a whole lot of reason to be doing this at this point. Like, I don't see a whole lot of reason to be going through this series every week, 3 times a week, you know, for 30 minutes, you know. on Tuesday, 30 minutes on Sunday, 30 minutes on Thursday. And it's very sad of me to say that, because, like, again, I'm not joking when I say I really have. This has probably been the thing I've been most proud of over the last year on the channel, is this series, because I've been able to do so much in a series that I love so much, because I'm a huge Jurassic Park fan. Like, even as I'm recording this, it's St. Patty's Day today, by the way, so I'm wearing green to hopefully not get pinched by anybody. I have a Jurassic Park, the Jurassic Park shirt I actually got, the little, like, pop figure style Jurassic Park shirt I got a few months ago from Loot Crate. I'm wearing that shirt because it's the only shirt I could find that had green on it that I didn't think would look ugly when I wore it. And, you know, I'm a huge Jurassic Park fan, Jurassic World fan, so, I mean, getting to play a game where I get to design my own park. I mean, I haven't been the best park designer. I think we can all agree on that. We've watched my Prison Architect series. We know how good I am at this sort of shit. But this game has been a lot of fun, and honestly, I'm excited to see where else Frontier might take this series. If they add more DLC to this, if they decide to release another Jurassic Park themed game, I wouldn't be upset, because this game honestly blew my expectations out of the water. I expected this to be kind of not the best game when it came out, because I've played Jurassic Park games in the past and they weren't very good, and I was like, okay, is this just going to be more of the same and more of, you know, what I've seen before with Jurassic Park games? And they kind of just said, nope, fuck you, man, that's not what it's going to be like at all. You know, I think that this game has definitely put this Jurassic World series as a whole, for a series, you know, of games and stuff, onto the map. Like, I think when people look back at a Jurassic Park / Jurassic World game, this is going to be the game they look at and say, okay, this is what really kind of hit that stepping point of Jurassic Park games, you know. And I think a big thing too is, you guys look at this series of the videos I've made for this. You know, this is episode 81. I don't think in any way you guys are going to look at it and think, wow, he could have done so much more in that series. Like, yeah, there's a bunch of kind of random bullshit I could probably do in this, you know, and there's a lot that I could do, but it's not like I'm like, okay, do I really want to dedicate an hour and a half of my time, of my channel's time, of your guys' time in a week to watching me just kind of do random fucking nitpicky bullshit work? You know, like the kind of work that's like, okay, do I really want to be dedicating my time to this, to show you guys, oh look, here's me for half an hour, you know, here's me just kind of going through the parks and trying my best to make them better and changing prices and shit. That's not really why I did this series. I did this series because I thought it'd be a fun idea. Again, I'm very much a huge lover of all things dinosaur, and Ark to me was a game that should have been a lot more fleshed out, and there should have been a lot of things that you could still do in that park. There's a lot of things you should be able to do in Ark that you can't do, and it bugs the crap out of me. Like, you should be able to make a big housing unit for all of your dinos, and the fact that you can't bugs the crap out of me to this day. And it's like, what's the point of, you know, having all these dinos if you have trouble storing them anywhere? And this game kind of gave me that idea of, okay, I can build my own dinosaur theme park. And that's always what I've wanted to do in Ark, was build a giant, you know, dino theme park style thing. But you really can't in that game because there's not a whole lot of option for that sort of stuff. Like, mods, yeah, I give you that. And I think Ark Park is kind of supposed to be that sort of style of thing. But it's like, when you play it on PlayStation, I mean, I think, get Ark Park on my PS4 if I really wanted to. But when you play on PlayStation, you don't have the access to the mods for Ark, which is really, really annoying. I would love to see a version of Ark build this sort of thing, where you get to build your own park. You go out, tame dinos, and you can put them in the shows and stuff like that. I think that'd be awesome. Now, I'm not trying to say that this game isn't lacking in things. Again, I've made many notes about this that I would have loved for this game to have had, you know, like water dinos and flyers and stuff to add out a lot more And I really would love that if they added flyers and they added water dinos and stuff as DLC. I would fully be down for making an entire park based around both of them. Like, just give us the option to go to a park. I don't even care what island it is. It could be anything. Just give us that option of getting to go do, you know, water dinos like Mosas and stuff like that, and give us the option of getting to go check out, you know, like flyers like pteranodons and pterodactyls and stuff, and just give us that sort of freedom to add in new dinos, and that freedom to get to look at and experience a park with different types of dinos and things that have different environments than what we're currently used to with this. I think there's a lot that could have been done with this game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's still a fantastic game. I rate this a solid 4.5 stars out of 5. Honestly, I really do. The game itself is amazing, and I'm not fucking trying to sell this to you guys. I mean, if you guys want to go buy this game, feel free. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a bad purchase. This game has been a game I've loved playing over the past like 9-ish months, something like that. I don't remember how long it's been, but I've loved getting to kind of go through this and play a game where I get to build my own park and I get to run my own park. It has been so much fun, and you guys just I've loved the ride of this game. So yeah, and a big thing of why I'm doing this, it's not because I don't personally want to keep doing this series. It's not because I don't want to show you guys more stuff, and it's not because I don't want to try to finish this on the channel. I'm doing this more out of an entertainer sort of aspect, where I look at it like, okay, how entertaining would it be for you guys to be watching me do this crap over and over again, you know? Trying my best to get each island to 5 stars so I can unlock the last few things. Trying my best to, you know, get the rest of the InGen database filled out. That being enjoyable for you guys 3 times a week for 30 minutes. You know, I can't see trying to unlock the last 6 locations, trying to get the last 3 genes and the last 10 things in the archive all unlocked with you guys watching. I just don't see that being an enjoyable thing for you, and I really don't see it being an enjoyable thing for me. And that's a big spot where I come at this from, is I want to, as much as I can, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I want to, as much as I can, have it be as enjoyable as possible that I can for you guys, you know, so that way you guys are watching this and you're like, oh my god, that's so cool. Which is a big thing of why I decided to build a dino fighting pit thing. Well, it's because I was like, okay, I think this would be a really cool idea, have this. But then I was also like, is this really what they're going to want to see every week? You know, just 3 30-minute episodes a week of just dino fights. I don't see that being as enjoyable initially either. And I don't know. It's hard, you know. It's hard to think about this because, like, I don't want to end this. Part of me doesn't want to end the series because I really do love it. But I also know that as a creator, you know, as a creator, I want to be able to give you guys the most entertaining thing I can possibly give you. Which is funny because I'm doing a very long talky episode. You know, I just kind of got to the point where I'm like, okay, I really want to make sure that you guys are getting enjoyment out of this stuff. Like, that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm not Creed Origins right now. That's why I took a break from it, because as someone who creates on YouTube, my goal is to find something that's entertaining for you guys, but that's also entertaining for me. I don't want to go through a series where every week I go into the game and I'm like, okay, I'm really not enjoying this as much as I used to, which is a very big thing for me, because that's kind of what happened with Skyrim. I was 120 episodes in and I was tired of the game at that point. It's kind of the whole reason the entirety of the Dragonborn DLC was done off camera, because I just want to kind of have some time to relax, sit back, relax, and play the game and enjoy it by myself without really having to record. I went through that entire DLC, and then I was like, fuck, I really shouldn't have done that. I should have played on a different playthrough while doing that, and I didn't even think about it. And after doing that, I was like, fuck, man, I really... Like, I've acknowledged that doing that was a mistake. That playing through the Dragonborn DLC off camera without you guys was a massive mistake. I recorded so much Skyrim at that point, I was like, is there really any point in me recording this? You know? I don't want to have a huge backlog already. And I just, you know, I went to the point I was like, you know, it got to a huge point where I kind of got tired of Skyrim after a while, and it's why I don't really enjoy Skyrim as much as I used to. But I was really burnt out on that series, but since it was kind of the only series on the channel at the time, I didn't really want to put it on a hiatus, because it's like, what am I supposed to do while this is gone? Now, near the end of that Let's Play, yeah, there was more stuff coming on the channel, and a hiatus probably could have happened, but I was like, you know what, we're nearly done, I'm just going to finish it. And not that I don't love the game, I still love Skyrim. It's a fantastic game, and I will always think it's a fantastic game. I love it, love it, love it. But I just have a lot of issues with it sometimes, especially since a lot of the game-breaking bugs that take away certain quest lines that you can do got left in the game, which was kind of like, what the hell? You guys remastered this game and didn't take out, you know, a game-breaking bug. That means you can't cure your lycanthropy. If you don't want to be a werewolf anymore, you can't cure it, because you can't cure Farkas and Vilkas. You know, if you want to go do the Blood and the Ice quest, but you're not a Stormcloak and you've progressed too far in the Civil War, you can't do it. Those are two massively game-breaking things that probably should have been taken out at some point and fixed. And they remastered it and resold the game for $60 fucking without fixing those issues. And that was always a big problem I had with the Skyrim Let's Play. Was like, you guys could have fixed so many issues and made the game as a lot more fun, because you could have done a lot more things and made sure that everything was getting done and shit. And I don't know, it kind of pissed me off. But again, I'm very much the same way with Assassin's Creed right now, where I personally am not having enjoyment playing it. You know, I've done, what, nearly 90 episodes on that or something like that? I've done like nearly 90 episodes or something like that on Assassin's Creed. I can actually go look really quick at how far I made it on that. You know, I've done a lot of episodes on Assassin's Creed. And for me, that was always a thing of, okay, I'm enjoying it. You know, at first I was. I was enjoying it for a long time. Why is there only 79 episodes in this? Oh, this is episode 80, actually. Whoops. Apparently I named the wrong episode. I named... Unless I have an episode 77, just... It didn't get added in for some reason. Well, I gotta go look now, because... You know, there's 79... 78... No, I did not... Oh, no, there's 77. Why the fuck did it not get added to the playlist? Strange. So Jurassic World Evolution, done. If I reload my YouTube real quick, it should pop up that there's 80 videos in that. Yep, okay. I don't understand why there was 80, or why that wasn't in there. I've had this happen a lot though, where things have just kind of not gone in. Oh, I forgot to. I literally got so distracted by that, I forgot to look at how many are in the Assassin's Creed Let's Play. Oh, we've got one more to go. We got complete all these. This is the one thing I want to do on this episode, though, is complete that. We've done 80 episodes, probably more to be honest. There's probably some that haven't gone into the thing for Assassin's Creed for some stupid reason. You know, we've done 85 episodes on that, maybe more to be honest, because my fucking channel is stupid and the auto ad for playlist doesn't work sometimes. And I'll go through and look later and see if everything's in there. But you know, I got tired of Assassin's Creed. It's not my fault, you know. It's not anybody's fault really. It's just kind of a thing of personal preference. Of you play a game for so long, you kind of stop enjoying playing it after a while. Which is the same thing that's happened to me with a lot of games. You know, Ark, Minecraft. I've at times gotten tired of playing those. A lot of the reason for them not being updated properly and stuff all the time. But like, I've just gotten to that point sometimes, you know, where you're like, okay, do I really want to keep playing this, or do I want to take a break? Sometimes you just want to take a break. So I've taken breaks from Ark, I've taken breaks from Minecraft, I've taken breaks from basically any game I've ever played in my life, because at some point I will kind of get a little bit tired of it. With this though, it's not that way. I think I've actually enjoyed playing this game the entire time I've been playing it on the channel. I've in no way been disappointed or had any real issue playing this game for 80 episodes, 81 episodes now, to the point where I've enjoyed every second of it. And that's hard to say when you're doing an hour and a half of content on the same fucking game for a week, you know, every week. And I really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed this game, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the series of this game as well. Of me playing through this, of me building the parks, of me opening the dino fighting pit, of me trying to do all the missions and all that. And I'm glad to say that we've done a lot on this channel. You know, we've done every single mission. We've gotten everything via reputation that we need to get. The only things we haven't really gotten are the things for 5 stars, and that's just because it's so difficult to get 5 stars on this. Like literally, we're 3 genes out of this, and we need to get 5 stars on Insipenia, 5 stars on Ticanio, and 5 stars on Cisterna. That's the only reason I have not gotten these these cosmetic genes, is because it's so difficult to get 5 stars, because it's so finicky. Like, you'll do so many things, especially because of how cramped the parks get, and they don't allow a whole lot of transport sort of stuff, you know? They make it very difficult otherwise. So it's very difficult to kind of go through that and find a way of, okay, here we are. To find a way to look through it and see all of this stuff, you know, and try to figure out, okay, how can I get this park to 5 stars? And you try everything you can, and every time you try to fix one issue, it kind of starts to create a problem with another issue, and just it becomes a back and forth cat and mouse game of, okay, now I need to fix this. Oh, well, now that broke this, and that broke this, and that broke, and it's very much that issue. Like, if we go to this one now, we don't have the best dino rating. I mean, we have a 5-star dino rating. That's not very hard. A dino rating is easy. It's the facility rating that's hard to get, because no matter what you do, everyone has an issue with something, especially shopping and transport. I've noticed that food, drink, shopping, and transport are the 4 that are the hardest to get to a point where you can get a 5-star rating. Especially transport, because the islands, again, like I said, make it very... Hey, we've completed every site. Make it very difficult to actually do that. Like, no matter what I've done on this island to try to increase the shopping and the drink and the food, it always creates another problem. There's always some issue that they have with what I'm doing, to the point where I legitimately cannot find a way to get them to get them perfectly satisfied with everything to get a 5-star rating. Like, I will bounce around stuff all the time trying to figure out, okay, can I get this to place here, so that way hopefully they will start being a little bit happier? Can I get this placed here so that way, you know, and that's all this game becomes after a while. And that is a big reason I want to end this series, is because I look at it like, are you guys really going to be enjoyed with me trying to just sit here and get 5 stars and finicking around with everything and trying to, as best as I can, find, you know, figure these things out and get them placed in? And, you know, I don't think you guys are. And if you are, like, honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, this game, a lot of the stuff has been a lot of fun to go through, because it's like, okay, this is realistic stuff. Like, I'm not kidding. This is actual realistic business stuff right here, is trying to keep your customers happy. That's a big thing with a business, is keeping customers satisfied with everything. And this game does it perfectly. Like, they set that up perfectly. However, I think they set it up too perfectly, because now because once you've done a lot on the park, once you've opened up every park and stuff, it gets to the point of trying your best to keep the customers satisfied, which, like I said, isn't too difficult. You know, it's not too difficult when you're doing it for dino rating. Dino rating's very easy to get to the high level, to, you know, to get to a 5-star. It's the facility rating that you're gonna have the trouble with. It's not the dinos that are the issue. It's always the specifically, it's keeping them happy with everything. Look at that. I put a restaurant in, I put a bar in, and I put a toy shop in. My food rating went down. My shopping rating hasn't gone up at all. I don't think the toy shop's finished. And my drink rating barely even went up. I don't even think it might not have even gone up at all, to be honest. And that's a big thing, is always trying to find that perfect sort of way to figure everything out. Perfect kind of way to... damn, I'm trying to repair that. As best you can, like, fix up everything and get everything working the way you want it to be working. And honestly, I have so many issues with just trying to get them happy. Just trying to get customers happy. That's like literally it. Where's my emergency shelters? I need an emergency shelter quick. There's one. How many shelters do I actually have? 3. That's good. We might want more of those, to be honest. Is it tropical storm? I'm hoping to God it's not that bad. It looks like it's just a rainstorm, which is good. Yeah, it's just a rainstorm. That's not too bad. At least at the moment, it's just a rainstorm. I wouldn't be surprised if it got worse in about 5 seconds, because this game's an asshole. Yeah, it's not surprising me that structure got damaged, game. I have so much to resupply right now, and like, I'm not having enough cars to do it. But yeah, you see, like, this is a majority of this game at this point, and it's like, is this what I want to be doing with the channel every day, you know, every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday? Is this what I really want to be showing you guys and doing constantly? And the simple answer is no. And while it's hard to end this series, because again, like I said, I love this series so much, I find it hard for me to keep it going at this point where I'm gonna be enjoying it and you guys are gonna be enjoying it. And like I said, I do plan on streaming this at some point. I will stream this on occasion, show you guys things, you know, do some cool stuff and try to, you know, do some fun things for you guys to see. But it's like, at the moment, I don't see a reason to keep it going. And like I said, if they add in more DLC, I'll buy it. I'll do it on this channel. I do not mind doing more DLC on this channel. I'm waiting for them to kind of finish restocking these things and finish this shit up, and then we'll end. I do want to say though, for everyone who's watched this series from the beginning and who over the last 81 episodes and over the last nearly like what 3-4 years or so that I've been, you know, where I've actually been doing more and more content on it and stuff. Thank you. Like, it means so much. It means so much to be able to have people who enjoy watching my channel and who show me support on my little shit show of a channel. It means the world. With YouTube in the state it's in, doing this continuously, you know, making sure that every day I'm doing something, I have something on the channel, it gets harder and harder to constantly do it and to be at a point where I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this on the channel. It's, I don't know, it's just hard to keep it going sometimes. And support being shown, you know, people going out there telling their friends, showing this channel to more people, showing the support, commenting, liking, subscribing, all of that, it makes it all the more better. It makes it all the more, you know, satisfying to me to be doing this when I know that there's people who enjoy watching this content. So with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, even if it is a bittersweet one. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series, and I'll see you all in the next video. Stay golden. Peace.